An education certificate for school-leaving grade 9 learners may not be all bad, or is it? Now, Professor Mary Metcalfe believes the plan could open opportunities for learners. The Basic Education Department received quite a backlash last week, even on this show, after announcing the certificate for learners with more technical skills. Let's get you more clarity on the story now. Professor Metcalfe joins us via our studios in Cape Town. Professor, thanks as always for your time on the rundown. Quite a backlash last week by this supposed announcement by the Basic Education Minister that grade 9 would now be a potential exit point for learners. Just give us some clarity on the issue.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's such a pity that this very good policy initiative has become so muddled in the public debate. And it's very important that we understand what is being proposed so that we can engage with it fully. So firstly, there's no intention at all, as I understand from government, from the DBE, that grade 9 learners should be exiting school. This examination point is a very important examination point for several reasons. But it also has to be understood in terms of the broader strategy of the Department of Basic Education to introduce more vocational and occupational subjects into the school curriculum. Up until now, our matric, the National Senior Certificate, has been very focused on the academic. But last year in the 2018 NSC, as many as 1,000 schools for the first time had prepared learners for a range of technical subjects. There were 11 subjects. I think another 3 have been added. So what we're seeing is something very critical, which many South Africans have been asking for, which is a schooling system which doesn't only focus on the academic, but includes the technical and vocational. And the grade 9 exam, the general education and certificate, is just a point, not a closure, but a point at which the formal external exam will take place. Some learners will proceed in the academic in their schools. Some learners will proceed in the vocational in their schools and the technical in their schools. Or, because the range of subject choices is going to be so much broader, they may go to another school nearby. So this notion that this is somehow a termination point, children will be leaving, is not so. It's one exam for everyone and a broader curriculum after grade 9.
I mean, Professor Metcalfe, one of the criticisms of this plan was that, you know, our schooling system is not preparing our young people for the real world. It's not answering the question of our unemployment rate, creating positions or creating learners that are qualified to fill the positions that we need in our economy. Do you think that this goes some way to answer that?
It definitely does. It also answers other challenges. So the one challenge is that it's been very narrow academic pursuit towards a university. The second thing is that we've had a massive dropout rate. 60% of the learners who start grade 1 actually even achieve to write the matric, the NSC, and of those only 37% pass. So what we're doing is we're creating more opportunities to enable more learners to succeed. That's what I understand the DBE to be doing. And there's another very important point for me, is that by having this grade 9 exam, it's going to put a whole new emphasis on those first 2 years of high school, grade 8 and 9, which at the moment, in my view, are quite neglected because all of the focus is on matric, on NSC. But if we can see more learners being supported better in grade 8 and 9, I think not only will they flourish in these new streams, hopefully, but also possibly a reduced dropout, because there will be more preparation, more continuity, more support into a range of options.
So, yeah, you're right. The focus on those grades, sort of the mid-grades before you get to matric, is important. But is there enough focus on early schooling so that we ensure that our children, when they get to grade 9, they are literate, they can read for meaning, they're numerate? I think that was one of the big other criticisms of this program, is that perhaps it's trying to cover up for the failings of the system in early schooling.
Yeah, Michelle, I think that that has to be answered because there's a definite need to support early grade literacy and numeracy. And there's a lot of work being done by a range of academics, people within the department, where strategies to support early grade reading and early grade numeracy are being put into place. Because if we can get reading for meaning and reading for pleasure right from the early years of primary school, then we'll be able to prepare learners not only for greater success in grade 8 and 9 and matric, but also as adults who enjoy learning, who understand learning as a very key part of participating in our modern society.
Absolutely. As always, thanks very much for your valuable input. Professor Mary Metcalfe joining us there via our studios in Cape Town. Thank you.